The blue moves. I sit in darkness. Phone screen glowing against my face, watching my wife's location pulse along Collins Avenue in Miami. Rain hammers the windows behind me. She should be stranded in Chicago, weather delay. Her text said, apologetic, sterile, that glide south toward the Fontainebleau, tracing the beachfront like a lazy finger. My thumb hovers over her contact. Press it. Hear her voice. Demand answers. Instead, I swipe to our shared credit card account. The charges load slowly, each one a small detonation in my chest. 3 days in Miami. Dinner at Zuma. Spa treatment at the resort. Cocktails at a rooftop bar I've never heard of. The numbers blur. I blink, refocus, scroll further. More restaurants. More luxury. More lies. For months since Lauren started changing. The shift came gradually, like winter creeping in, imperceptible until you realize you're freezing. Her laugh turned hollow. Physical contact dwindled to obligatory pecks. She began checking her phone at dinner, angling the screen away from me. I restore vintage furniture for a living. I notice when things don't fit right anymore. 3 weeks ago, I saw the text. She left her phone on the kitchen counter, screen facing up. The notification banner appeared before I could look away. Miss you already from someone named Jay. When I asked, she barely blinked. New colleague. Jessica. Everyone calls her Jay. The explanation came smooth as polished oak. 1 week ago, I found the receipt, crumpled in her jacket pocket when I went to have it dry cleaned. Miami. High-end jewelry store. $370. She laughed it off. Gift for an important client. Relationship building. You understand, right? I said I understood. The dog whines somewhere upstairs. I don't move. Rain intensifies, drumming harder, matching the pulse in my temples. The GPS tracker, I'd installed it 2 years back after she lost her phone at the airport. Practical. Sensible. Now it burns in my palm, revealing truths I never wanted confirmed. The blue stops moving, settles near the beach. I imagine her there, sand between her toes, someone else's hand in hers. The image crystallizes with such clarity it steals my breath. I close the banking app, open our text thread. Her message from midnight stares back. Flight delayed due to weather in Chicago. Won't be home until tomorrow afternoon. Sorry, baby. No emojis. Lauren always uses emojis. 3 crying faces minimum when plans change. Tonight, nothing. Clinical. Distant. I type nothing in response. My fingers rest on the screen, trembling slightly. Part of me wants to explode, send screenshots, demand explanations, shatter this pretense into 1,000 pieces. The other part, the part that's been watching and waiting and noticing, stays quiet. I set the phone face down on the coffee table. Stand. Walk to the window. Lightning cracks the sky open, illuminating our quiet suburban street in stark white flashes. Somewhere in Miami, my wife walks a beach with someone else. Here, I stand alone in our living room, surrounded by furniture I brought back to life with my own hands, realizing I can't restore what's already broken. The blue moves again, heading back toward the hotel. I don't reach for my phone. Derek answers on the second ring. His voice carries the gravel of someone pulled from sleep, but he doesn't complain. I need you to follow someone. I say, no preamble, no explanation yet. Silence stretches between us. Derek retired from a police force 3 years ago, traded his badge for private investigation work. We met through mutual friends, bonded over bourbon and war stories, his real, mine metaphorical. Who? He asked finally. My wife. The word tastes bitter. Derek exhales slowly. I picture him sitting up in bed, already reaching for the notepad he keeps on his nightstand. You sure you want to know the truth? I already know. I say, I need proof. He agrees. Warns me about costs, about emotional tolls, about opening doors I can't close. I give him Lauren's information, her flight details, the hotel location. He promises to be on a plane to Miami by morning. The next 3 days stretch like taffy. I play devoted husband with the precision of a craftsman. Send her photos of our golden retriever sprawled across the couch. Text miss you with carefully timed intervals. She responds with hollow warmth. Feeds me stories about conference panels and networking dinners. Each message from her is a lie swallow whole. Derek's first photos arrive Wednesday afternoon. I'm in my workshop, hands deep in with stain, when my phone buzzes. I wipe my palms on my jeans, smearing brown across the denim. The image loads. Lauren on the beach, sundress rippling in ocean wind. A man beside her, fingers laced through hers. They're laughing. Her head tilts toward his shoulder. The gesture intimate, familiar, natural. I zoom in on his face. Recognition hits like a hammer to the sternum. Jason Miller, not some stranger, not a random affair. Jason Miller, younger brother of Mark, my business partner. The man I've worked beside for 3 years building our boutique furniture restoration business from nothing. Mark, who loaned me $5,000 when Lauren and I got married. Mark, who trusted me with his family recipes, his childhood stories, his financial security. My phone slips from my grip, clatters against the workbench. Derek calls minutes later. His voice sounds cautious, measured. He's dug deeper. Jason works as a financial analyst. Recently inherited a substantial sum from his grandmother. And here's the kicker. The hotel reservations go back months. 2 previous trips. 2 months ago, I pull up Lauren's calendar on our shared cloud. Conference in Dallas. 4 months ago. Marketing summit in Phoenix. 2 months ago. Every business trip aligns perfectly with Jason's credit card statements. There's more, Derek says. His tone shifts, uncomfortable. Your wife's been transferring money to him. Small amounts. Adds up to about $15,000 over 2 months. The workshop walls close in. I grip the edge of my workbench, knuckles white against weathered wood. Not simply an affair. Not simple at all. They're building something together, planning something, using our money to fund their future. Does Mark know? I ask. No indication of it. I thank Derek. End the call. Stand motionless in sawdust and silence, surrounded by half-finished projects, contemplating the dual betrayal rotting through my life. Wife, friends, family, trust shattered twice over. The rage comes slowly, builds like storm pressure behind my ribs. I won't confront her yet. First, I need to know how deep this goes. Whether Mark stands complicit or ignorant. Whether he's my ally or another enemy. Mark's coffee sits untouched, steam curling upward in thin ribbons. We're at our usual spot, corner booth at Russo's, where we've hashed out business decisions for 3 years. Today I'm here for different reasons. How's Jason doing? I ask, voice casual as I can manage. Haven't seen him around lately. Mark's face brightens. He leans back, cradling his mug. Finally got rid of that leech wife of his. Divorce finalized last month. I told him, focus on your career now, man. No more drama. The irony sits heavy between us, invisible to him. He's seeing anyone new? Mark shrugs. Don't think so. He's been traveling a lot. Some investment opportunities came through after Grandma's estate settled. Kid's got money now, trying to figure out what to do with it. My jaw tightens. Investment opportunities. Right. I sip my coffee, bitter and scalding. Mark doesn't know. The relief should comfort me. Instead, it tangles everything into impossible knots. Tell him, destroy our partnership, stay silent, become complicit in my own betrayal. I leave the cafe with no answers, only more questions gnawing at my conscience. Home, I request statements from our joint business accounts. The records arrive digitally within hours. I scan through months of transactions, searching for anomalies, irregularities, anything. There, hidden among legitimate expenses. Lauren's transferred money to Jason, not from our personal account, but from her quarterly bonuses. Small amounts. $2,000 here, $3,000 there. They total nearly $15,000 over 8 weeks. Family money. Our money. Funding their secret future. Derek calls again that evening. His voice drops low, conspiratorial. Got something. Might be legally gray, but you need to hear this. He plays a recording. Lauren's voice fills my kitchen, tinny through phone speakers. Jason's deeper tone responds. They discuss timing, windows of opportunity. Lauren mentioned a little more time and not ruining everything now. Jason promises they'll be together officially soon. Mentions a plan. Not temporary. Not casual. They're orchestrating something deliberate, waiting for the perfect moment to destroy my life on their terms. I end the call. Pour whiskey I don't drink. Watch amber liquid swirl in crystal glass. Revenge. The word tastes sweet and poisonous. I could expose him immediately. Send screenshots of Mark. Confront Lauren. Burn everything down in righteous fury. Quick. Clean. Satisfying for approximately 10 seconds. Or I set the glass down untouched. Walk to my workshop. Run my hands over a mahogany dresser mid-restoration, feeling the grain beneath my fingertips. Restoration requires patience. Strategy, knowing when to strip away rot, and when to preserve original structure. Their lies would destroy them. I simply need to create the right conditions. Let their deception collapse under its own weight, while I maintain clean hands. I open my banking app. Initiate a fraud alert on our joint accounts. The system flags them for suspicious activity, freezes transactions pending verification. Both account holders must appear in person to resolve the issue. The bank won't see it as sabotage. Technical glitch. Security protocol. Perfectly legitimate. The trap begins closing. I smile in the darkness of my workshop, surrounded by furniture waiting for resurrection. Sometimes the best revenge isn't fire. It's patience. Lauren's suitcase wheels click against hardwood as she drags it through the doorway. She's tan, glowing, energized in ways our marriage hasn't produced in months. The sight of her churns acid in my stomach. Chicago was brutal, she says, kissing my cheek. Her lips feel like ice. The conference center had the worst heating system. I swear I nearly froze. I nod, smile, let her weave her fiction into the space between us. She launches into elaborate stories, panel discussions about digital marketing trends, networking dinners with potential clients, a keynote speaker who ran overtime. Each detail arrives polished, rehearsed. I wonder how many times she practiced these lies on the flight home. Sounds exhausting. I offer, you have no idea. She collapses onto the couch, kicks off her shoes. I need a real vacation after that work trip. The irony hangs thick enough to choke on. 2 days pass. I watch her move through our home like a stranger wearing my wife's face. She checks her phone constantly, screen angled away, smiles at messages I can't see. The mask slips occasionally. Flickers of anxiety cross her features when she thinks I'm not watching. Wednesday morning. She tries withdrawing cash. I'm in the workshop when her footsteps pound down the stairs, frantic and sharp. Ryan. Her voice carries an edge I haven't heard before. The bank account. Something's wrong. It's frozen. I emerge, wiping sawdust from my hands. What? Our joint account. I can't access it. Can you check yours? I pull out my phone, make a show of attempting login. Frown. Same here. Says there's suspicious activity. We need to come in together to verify. Her face pales. Together? Both account holders. Security protocol. I shrug. Innocent as Sunday morning. Probably nothing. Identity theft happens. She doesn't respond. Retreats upstairs. I hear her voice through the ceiling, muffled but agitated. Phone pressed to ear. Explaining. Lying. Panicking. My phone rings that evening. Mark's name flashes across the screen. Need to talk, he says. No greeting. His voice sounds strange, tight controlled. Now, meet me at Russo's. 30 minutes later, we're in our usual booth. Mark slides his phone across the table. Anonymous email. Subject line. Thought you should know. Attached photos show Jason with a woman. Beachfront. Intimate. Her face angles away from the camera in most shots, but one catches her profile clearly enough. I lean forward, squint. Who is she? Can't tell. Mark's jaw clenches. But Jason's been lying to me. Said he was done with relationships, focusing on work. Meanwhile, he's sneaking around with some married woman. How do you know she's married? The tan line on her ring finger. She took it off, but you can see it here. He zooms in, showing me evidence I already possess. I sit back slowly. What if her husband's wealthy? Connected? This could blow back on you, Mark. On our business. His eyes widen slightly. The thought hadn't occurred to him. We need to find out who she is, I say, carefully. Hire someone. Derek's good, discreet, thorough. Mark nods, already reaching for his wallet. Set it up. The pieces fall into place. Mark will uncover the truth himself, discover his brother's betrayal and my wife's lies through his own investigation. Clean hands. Perfect execution. I sip my coffee, hiding satisfaction behind concern. Derek delivers his official report to Mark 7 days later. I'm sanding an antique vanity when my phone erupts, Mark's name flashing urgent across the screen. Need to see you. Now. His voice cracks, fractures around the edges. Please, man. We meet at his house. He opens the door with red-rimmed eyes, face hollowed by sleepless nights. The report sits on his kitchen table. Photos spread like evidence at a crime scene. Clear shots. Unmistakable angles. Lauren's face captured in perfect clarity. Mark's hands shake as he pushes the images toward me. I'm so sorry. God, Ryan, I'm so sorry. I stare at the photos. Let the moment breathe. My face arranges itself into appropriate shock. Mouth slightly open, eyes widening, color draining. Method acting perfected through weeks of practice. My voice catches. That's Lauren. My brother destroyed your marriage. Mark collapses into a chair, head in his hands. My family did this to you. We sit in shared silence, both gutted by betrayal. His real, mine choreographed. The performance continues. I comfort him, absolve him of guilt he carries like stones. Tell him it's not his fault. Mean none of it. I drive home with the report. Park in the driveway. Don't move for 10 minutes. Inside, Lauren's folding laundry in the living room. I drop the photos on the coffee table, without speaking. They fan across the surface, glossy and damning. She freezes. Shirt suspended mid-fold. Color drains from her face in real time. Ryan, don't. The word comes quiet, final. She tries anyway. Denials tumble out rapid fire, each one weaker than the last. When denial fails, she shifts to confession. It happened. She's sorry. She fell in love. These things occur. The money, I say, $15,000. Explain. She goes rigid. How did you? Jason asked for a loan, didn't he? Investment opportunity. Promise returns. Her silence confirms everything. I pull out my phone, show her Jason's credit card statements Derek obtained. Expensive dinners with another woman. Hotel rooms in different cities. Jewelry purchases made days after Lauren's transfers cleared. He used you, I say. Each word lands deliberately. Took your money. Spent it on someone else. Lauren's face crumbles. She grabs her phone, dials Jason's number. Straight to voicemail. She tries again. Again. Her texts go undelivered. Green bubbles where blue should be. He blocked you. I explain. Mark confronted him yesterday. Jason panicked. Cut all ties. She sinks onto the couch, phone slipping from trembling fingers. The woman I married dissolves before me, replaced by someone small and broken and suddenly very alone. 2 months dissolve in paperwork and lawyers. Divorce finalizes on a Tuesday. Unremarkable weather. Ordinary proceedings. Lauren moves in with a friend after losing her job. Reputation destroyed by whispers. Professional bridges burned. Mark and I continue our business. Partnership strengthened through crisis, bound by shared damage. We don't discuss Jason. He moved to Seattle, chasing distance from his mistakes. My phone buzzes late one evening. Lauren's name appears. You orchestrated everything, didn't you? I delete the message unread. In my workshop, I apply final varnish to the mahogany dresser. 6 months of careful restoration complete. The piece glows under workshop lights, transformed from ruin into something beautiful. Sometimes revenge isn't dramatic. It's patient, strategic, letting people's lives build elaborate scaffolding, then stepping back as it collapses under its own weight. The storm passed. Life continues. Truth remains. I smile, stroke finished wood, and begin my next project.